In 2011, 1,400,685 people identified as First Nations. Over the past 30 years, 1,017 girls and women from Native communities across Canada have been reported murdered and missing, roughly 4 times more than the non-Native population. "62% of these women were reported murdered by a spouse, family member, friend, or acquaintance. Family and responsibility towards one's family are central pillars of Native community structure. Domestic violence is a problem everywhere, but on First Nations reserves this problem has led to devastating violence. 3 in every 10 women over the age of 15 are victims of domestic violence. 3 times as many Native women who had a spouse in the past 5 years reported incidents of violent domestic abuse, including sexual assault, choking, beating, and being threatened at gun or knife point. This domestic violence also translates to the children, many of whom suffer PTSD on the same level as soldiers who served in Afghanistan. So where does it come from? It has most often been attributed to residential schools. From 1870 to 1996, the Canadian government, in partnership with different churches, created residential schools. The goals of these schools was to assimilate Native children into the Caucasian society. While the government may have assumed best intent in creating these schools, the practices which went on, including the prohibition of children from speaking Native languages or practicing Native religion, as well as abuse, assault, and malnutrition, severely impacted the lives of the students. Being removed from their communities and their families and improperly treated created generations of people who do not know how to parent properly. Furthermore, after effects of the experiences at these schools has resulted in rampant alcoholism and drug use within these communities as a method of coping. Additionally, conditions on reservations are akin to those in the developing world, something which becomes increasingly problematic when there is snow and ice involved. These difficult conditions have resulted in increased suicide rates among youth living in these communities. To combat these problems, we can promote parenting programs, provide easy access to centers for abused women, provide access to substance abuse rehabilitation centers, and other social programs that focus on health and community values.